How's it going, everybody? My name is Grohlvana, and welcome to a new Let's Play on my channel. This time, we're going to be playing Fallout 3, one of my favorite games of all time. For those of you that don't know, this game was made by Bethesda, and it is very similar to Oblivion in the gameplay style and the graphics. This game came out after Oblivion, I think maybe a couple years after Oblivion. It was a huge hit. Just to get some things out of the way, I've played through this game many times. Not as many times as Oblivion, but I am fairly knowledgeable about this game. And also, I do have all the DLCs, so we will get to those eventually if I want to, and that includes 5 DLCs. This is the Game of the Year version, so it comes in its own disc. Anyways, if we check our loads here, we have one, Austin. That's my real name, if you didn't know, by the way. This is when I used to call my characters my actual name. And as you can see here, I'm a level 30 Messiah. I think the base game level is 20, but with the DLCs it goes up to 30, or it might go higher, I'm not sure. Anyways, we're not going to bother with that stuff. We are going to be creating a new character, start a new game, yes, and I think it's going to go right to a cutscene. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's play Fallout 3. I got goosebumps! I'm gonna enjoy playing through this game so much. Oh my god. I remember when I first played this game, I thought that was a bad guy. But they're not really. So there we go, Fallout 3. And that song, I don't know how it turned on in a car, in a dilapidated car, but...
War. War never changes. Since the dawn of humankind, when our ancestors first discovered the killing power of rock and bone, blood has been spilled in the name of everything, from God to justice to simple psychotic rage. In the year 2077, after millennia of armed conflict, the destructive nature of man could sustain itself no longer. The world was plunged into an abyss of nuclear fire and radiation. But it was not, as some had predicted, the end of the world. Instead, the apocalypse was simply the prologue to another bloody chapter of human history. For man had succeeded in destroying the world, but war never changes. In the early days, thousands were spared the horrors of the Holocaust by taking refuge in enormous underground shelters known as vaults. But when they emerged, they had only the hell of the wastes to greet them. All except those in Vault 101. For on that fateful day, when fire rained from the sky, the giant steel door of Vault 101 slid closed and never reopened. It was here you were born. It is here you will die. Because in Vault 101, no one ever enters. And no one ever leaves.
Let's see. Are you a boy or a girl?
Alright, Professor Oak, I am a boy.
It's a boy. A boy. We've got a son, Catherine. A beautiful, healthy baby boy.
Oh, James. We did it. A son. Our beautiful son.
You've got a bright future ahead of you, son. I'm sure of it. Look at you. Look at you. Hi there. I'm your daddy, little guy. Daddy. You're going to need a name, aren't you? Your mother and I have been talking. What do you think about...
Okay, so now we can enter a name for our character. As you'll notice, I am on the Xbox version. There will be no mods, of course. If you don't know me, I like playing through games in the vanilla style. I could play Fallout 3 with mods. I do have it on... Oh, actually, I don't, but it would be very easy to get it on Steam with all of the DLCs. But I like playing through games vanilla. Anyways, 2 things to go over really quickly. Actually, 3 things. One thing, I just realized I never even heard the dialogue when you pick a girl, because I never play girl characters, because I just like to play characters that somewhat resemble myself. And also, our dad right there is voiced by Liam Neeson, and the guy that was going over the intro is Ron Perlman, who played Hellboy. Okay, so let me deliberate for a little bit on this name, and then we will continue with the Let's Play. Okay, so I know a lot of people were probably expecting some form of Vana, which is what I usually name my characters. But I'm actually going to go with Jack, and the reason for that is because I recently watched through Lost, and although it's an incredibly silly series, I watched through it as a kid and I loved it, and basically Jack Shepherd is the main character, and I love his name because, I don't know, Jack is just such a strong name, and then Shepherd obviously means, like, you know, he shepherded everybody, he led them, all that sort of stuff. So I think I'm going to name this guy Jack, not to be Jack Shepherd from Lost, but just in honor of that name, and we're going to have a great time influencing people and stuff. And I know it's not that crazy and complex of a name, but it's going to be what we're going to be called. So Jack, that's it.
That's a good name, don't you think? Fits you perfectly.
I do think so.
Looks like they've finished the gene projection. Let's see what you'll look like when you're all grown up.
Okay, now we have the character creation system here, which is funny because in Fallout they actually explain it. There's like this thing, a gene projection machine that will, you know, project how you're going to look when you're older. So this is the part where I'm going to get really meticulous. So I'm going to go ahead and go through all of the options and then we'll continue. Alright, so this is pretty much our character. I really don't like the options in Fallout 3. I really don't like them in Oblivion either. So this is pretty much the best we're going to do with. I basically chose the second preset as far as the face goes. I don't really want to go into all the, you know, the chin length and all that crap. And basically, as far as the hairstyle, the only one I really like is the Warhawk. But the thing is, I like playing good characters, and it just doesn't seem like it would fit with a good character. So I went with the Unsettler instead. I was thinking about Blastback, but I don't know. Unsettler or Blastback? Or Bedraggled. Let's see. Let's just go with the Unsettler. That's the best one. For this character anyways. Facial hair, I don't choose to have any facial hair. But that's our guy. That is Jack. Not the best looking guy, but, you know, we make do with what we can. Yes, I am sure that I want this to be my character.
You're going to look a lot like your dad.
Not really.
See that, Catherine?
Oh, very strapping.
It's a big world out there, son. Full of all sorts of people. What about you? What kind of person are you going to be? You're
James?
just a... Catherine?
James.
Catherine! She's in cardiac arrest. Start compressions. Get the baby out of here. Move! Move! 1,000. 1,000. Come on. Hang on, Catherine.
Mommy?
Hang on.
Mommy?
We need a doctor, not a deadbeat. Fail to meet my expectations and there will be repercussions.
James and his cheery chatter.
Decorations.
May your future be bright.
Don't look straight into the light, pal. Just let your eyes. It's just something you get used to down here. Come on over here, son. Come on. Walk to Daddy.
Okay, so now we are a 1-year-old, and this is our room, and there's a whole bunch of stuff you can look at. But I think we'll get to that in a second here. Let's go ahead and
Over
walk
here.
to Daddy. Hello, Daddy. This is so weird every time.
Go. My goodness, just a year old and already walking like a pro.
Hey, I try.
Your mother would have been so proud.
Yep, our mother
Listen,
has
kiddo,
died.
I know you don't like it when Daddy leaves you alone, but I need you to take care of yourself for a minute. You just stay here while Daddy runs to his office. You'll be okay, pal. I'll be back in a bit.
Okay, but it's time to channel our inner Tommy Pickles from Rugrats and break out of here. Open the playpen's gate, although we don't need a screwdriver like Tommy does. So there we go. So this acts as sort of the tutorial, and you know, I like it a lot better than most tutorials, which are just ham-fisted. Exit the playpen. Okay, we did that. I have exited the playpen. Look at the Your Special book, and that's right here. You'll also notice probably that it looks very similar to Oblivion. I don't know, just as far as the graphical style. And also, the controls are pretty much exactly the same. We can go over here, we can pick up this ball by holding the right stick in. And basically, you don't have to do what it says on the left. You can do a whole bunch of stuff in here to sort of get you acclimated to the game. Now push right stick again to let go of the toy. Okay, yeah. Look at the Your Special book, which is right here. What does this say? I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. And we will see that quote fairly often throughout this game. Okay, here's the Your Special book. Let's go ahead and open that. Your Special. Right trigger to turn the page. S is, we're not going to read through all this stuff. Basically what this is it is the overall skill point system. There's strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. And now basically what we need to do is distribute the points for whatever type of character that we want to play. So first thing we're going to do is make them all go to 1. And you should get a feeling for what these things do just based on the name, but like strength is the amount of damage you do with melee weapons as well as the amount you can carry, I believe. Perception is like how far you can see enemy blips on the radar. Endurance, I'm not really sure what endurance does. I'm sure it has something to do with your mobility. Oh, it denotes your health. Like the more endurance you have, the more health you have. Charisma is like speechcraft and talking to people and all that sort of stuff. Intelligence basically allows you to cut a lot of corners in different areas of the game. Agility is how agile you are, and luck governs like everything, but not as much, and it also governs how much of a critical chance you have, I believe. So let me go through all this stuff and set it to the way I want. Okay, so usually when I play through Fallout 3 and most RPGs, I like to play as a very agile, sneaky character, which is exactly what we're going to be doing in this Let's Play. So, as you can see here, I have Strength at 4, Perception at 4, Endurance at 4, Charisma at 7. Perception would be a good skill to have for sneaky characters, but it's just not that important to me personally. Charisma 7, Intelligence 7, Agility 9, Luck 5. That's pretty good. I think that's usually what I do. Okay, all done. Completed. Look at the Your Special book. Okay, now what? I think now we need to wait for our father. Maybe we can lockpick this very hard door as a little toddler, right? Or an infant. Okay, I hear some footsteps. Hello, Dad!
You are quite the little explorer, aren't you? Serves me right for trying to pin you in. Come on over here. I want to show you something.
Okay.
See that? It was your mother's favorite passage. It's from the Bible.
It's odd that I can understand words
21:6.
as a 1-year-old, but...
I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. She always loved that. All right, come on. Let's go see if your little friend Amada wants to play.
Okay. And now... it should, in a second, if I remember right... Yes! Flash forward a bit. 9 years later, so we are 10 years old now.
Surprise!
Stanley, you turned the lights on too fast. You blinded the poor kid.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Can you believe it? He is growing up so fast.
I know, it's almost
Happy
like I grew
birthday,
9 years
pal.
in like 5
I
minutes.
can't believe you're already 10. I'm so proud of you. If only your mother...
Congratulations, young man. I don't have to tell you how special this day is, do I? Down here in Vault 101, when you turn 10, well, you're ready to take on your first official Vault responsibilities. So here you are. As Overseer, I hereby present to you your very own Pip-Boy 3000. Get used to it. You'll be getting your first work assignment tomorrow.
Enjoy your party. You're only 10 once, so have fun.
Alrighty, so we have been given a Pip-Boy.
Oh, man.
Happy birthday! We really surprised you, didn't we? Your dad was afraid you were onto us. But I told him not to worry. You're so easy to fool.
Okay, we don't need to be a jerk about it. Alright, so this is how Fallout 3 works. Basically, everything is fully voiced, which is good. It's not like Morrowind where we had to read through everything. Reading's not bad, but I'm just saying it adds more to the game. And you can have different choices that will sort of determine if you are a dick or if you are a good guy. So you didn't fool me, I just pretended not to know. Great party, Mod. Thanks for doing this to me. Is this it, or hasn't the real party started yet? Great party, Mod. Thanks for doing this for me.
You're welcome. But really, your dad did most of it. I just helped with the decorations and stuff. Hey, I bet you can't guess what I got you for your birthday. Go on, guess.
I'm gonna guess you got me a Krognak the Barbarian magazine. I really have no idea.
Ha! I knew I'd surprise you. Who's your favorite barbarian? That's right, Grognak. Issue 14. And with no missing pages.
Oh, look at that, I was right.
I found this in a box of my father's old things. Believe it or not. Imagine him reading comic books. I guess everybody was 10 once. Well, I better let you get back to mingling with your guests. We'll talk later, okay? Happy birthday.
And you got a Pip-Boy.
Okay, thank you very much, Amana. So, to bring up your Pip-Boy, push B, and this sort of acts like our menu here. We have our stats menu, we have our items menu, we have our data menu, which has all the quests and all that sort of good stuff. Let's go into our items and find Grognak the Barbarian. If we press A, our melee weapons has increased by 1. You'll notice that it's sort of the skill book system like in the Elder Scrolls. And what's really cool is all of the stuff really has to do with what skills they raise. So obviously that was a Barbarian magazine, and as such our melee skill has been increased by 1.
Happy birthday!
Okay, so this is our birthday party. We are, I was going to say level 10, but we are 10 years old. This is Officer Gomez. We can talk to a whole bunch of people here, and it does a whole bunch of different stuff. So
Attention, everyone! It's time to cut the cake!
okay, so this robot's going to cut the cake, and he ruined it. What a jerk. Let's go ahead and take one of these party hats and equip it. And let's see what kind of good stats it gives us. Oh, absolutely nothing. Oh, damage reduction 1 though. Okay. So now we're OP.
Oh, no.
Alright, so
Wish you a happy birthday. I would offer you a piece of cake.
yeah, but you ruined it. I know. Alright, let's talk to everybody. I think everybody pretty much has like an interaction with you. So let's talk to this guy first.
Happy birthday!
Officer
Happy
Gomez.
birthday, son.
Okay, he has no dialogue. What about the Overseer?
I hope you appreciate the effort Amata put into this party. She really seems to like you, for some reason.
Yeah, so if you can't tell, this guy is a jerk. She did a great... Either of these two are kind of weird. Of course she likes me. I'm a really charming guy. I do have 7 charisma.
Don't presume too much on her friendship, young man. I'm still the Overseer, and I'm still in charge of this vault and everyone in it.
Get it?
Okay, and I think that's it for
Let's
him.
go around all
Let's
day
talk
being
to
polite.
Old Lady
Are
Palmer.
you having a nice party? 10 years old. My. Seems like only yesterday that your daddy came. Goodness, listen to me ramble. You're waiting for your present, aren't you?
Oh, you didn't have to bring me a present, Miss Palmer.
Fiddlesticks. What 10-year-old doesn't like presents? I was 10 once, believe it or not. My goodness, the vault was practically crowded back then. Not like today. So few young people now. But here I am rambling on again, and you listening so politely. Here you go. A nice sweet roll that I baked for you just this morning. And it's all for you. No sharing required today.
Oh, well, thank you very much. If you guys didn't know, sweet rolls are sort of an in-joke with Bethesda, and I'm sure there's some dialogue with this that I'm forgetting at the moment. Anyways, this is going to end the first episode of Let's Play Fallout 3. I know we didn't get into the game really at all, but of course the first episode is going to have to deal with the intros and all that sort of stuff and the tutorials. Anyways, I'm really looking forward to the series, and I hope you guys are too. My name is Grohlvana, and I will see you the next episode. Goodbye. Hey everyone, if you enjoyed that video, help me out by liking it, adding it to your favorites, and sharing it on Facebook and Twitter. If you want to go the extra mile, go ahead and follow my social pages as well as my Twitch channel. The links are in the description below. Finally, if you want to subscribe and or watch another video that's probably going to be related to this one, you can click the big ol' annotations on the screen. Thanks for stopping by and have a great day.